the universe, whatever we call it, how it humbles us.
What's your sense of God, Joby? Spirituality.
Actually, I grew up in kind of a strict sort of private church, but my parents were not too hard on me and my brother in that way. They didn't really hammer us, and they got out of that. And so we had some structure there that was interesting, where I got to read the Bible all the way through and know quite a lot of all the stories and the things that really mattered. So I appreciated it for that. There were some good people in it too, but the way I would say it is that the mountains are my church. And
Love that.
that's where I go to pray, and I do a lot of praying when I'm there because I need a lot of help usually.
And if you listen, the mountains talk to you.
They do.
The woods, the forest, they talk to you. I know people think I'm crazy, but man, I've been
absolutely.
through that. I'm like, ooh, and you know that you're nothing.
Know that
Absolutely.
Oof.
Well, there's vibrations all around us. I mean, everything is vibrations. And there is no sound until the vibrations hit our eardrums, and then it transfers a signal into our brain that creates a sound.
Yes, it tells us when to be. We're in the forest. We're in the tree. It tells you when to be afraid. It hey, be careful.
Yes, exactly.
And then eventually you saw those lines, right?
Exactly.
You don't even see it, but it tells you, oh,
Something's not right here.
Exactly.
Not cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
When the lions pop up, right?
yeah, definitely, man.
That's happened to me plenty of times.
Yeah.
I remember one time being in
Or those crazy
Pakistan
guys
and that
come up
happened.
with the guns.
Yeah, or something like that. The little avalanche was coming down, and I was like, maybe I
Something's
should go down.
happening.
And a guy came down, and he said, we're out of here. I said, oh, I thought so. He goes, what were you waiting for? I was like, well, I was thinking about it, and it felt like I should go down. He goes, never, ever go against that feeling. You
First
get it.
feeling, right?
The
That
first one where you
instinct.
go, something's wrong, get the fuck out immediately, because it's right. That you're feeling that for a reason. It made me think about it.
Still go with your first feeling. Never,
The first feeling,
Yeah.
whatever is the first one, is probably right.
Definitely,
I took that advice.
That's your instincts, man.
It's an instinct.
That advice
feeling.
is so much older than you. It's probably older than God, the prophet.
It's the original advice.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's the original advice. Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
We got to go right now.
You feel that way for a reason, yeah.
Oh, dude, I love that. Well, that's also, the way our lives are set up now. People just are so out of touch with those senses.
Yeah, well, people live in the cities and
Right,
stuff like that,
right.
so you get used to, that kind of lifestyle. But I've always enjoyed being in the far places. I think that was part of the reason I got into climbing, because I wanted to test myself and endure pain, stay out in a tent for 2 months on the glacier, go to the high altitudes, come back, suffering, just hammering myself. And then you find out what you really are. Go on a mountain by yourself, completely alone, stuff like that. I climbed the north face of Everest in one day all by myself. I was the only person on the mountain. I went in before anybody was there and just did it. And it was like, came down, did that. That was the greatest experience of my life, because I knew who I was after that.
Did you know what you were up against?
Yeah.
You
I knew
did.
by that time I had gotten
You knew.
pretty big time experience where I'm like, I know what it's going to take to do this, and I was a
The
professional.
element of
getting paid.
mastering yourself with yourself, by yourself.
Yeah.
That's the reason that we
So-
have. That's the reason that we have mates and get married, because we can't live with ourselves, not by ourselves, but with ourselves.
Yeah.
People say we can't live alone. No, we can't live with ourselves.
Yeah. That's why. Have you ever heard?
That's what we know. That's why
That's how
we
I
get married.
think.
That's why we have mates, because
Yeah,
we can't
yeah.
live with
Oh, for
ourselves.
sure, man.
Fuck no.
Well, Mike, people
Yeah.
go on these. I'm interested in doing this at some point, but you go on like a 10-day silent retreat, no talking, for 10 days, and people come back and say they were literally going insane.
Absolutely. That's what Alexander the Great Father told him. He said, "Learn to trust nobody and be alone. Learn to
If
be
you can
alone.
be you'll be the strongest man in the
Yes.
world. If you're all right about
Learn
it.
to be capable.
That's true.
Learn to be able to live alone. That's what he said. To live alone. Be able to live alone.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true. If you
Powerful
can be that
shit.
guy, you
Most
have a lot of
definitely
power.
Powerful when you can live alone. You'd be surprised, because none of us never experienced it, or we experienced it for such a short time. Then we say, "Hey, we don't want to do this no more." Most of us never experienced just being with ourselves and our thoughts and our past, and that stuff comes up, or we've been assaulted, or when bad stuff we saw happen to our mother. And, oh, we don't want to deal with that. Hey, let me put on television, look at cartoons. Let's just get away from those ugly thoughts we had from the past.
Yeah.
We have to just sometimes embrace who we are. This is who we are. What the fuck, and I can't help it. This is who we are. This is the way the universe made us. We're not all the same, and that's why this is a special place, because we're not all the same. Every insect, every bug has a different print. Every lion, every tiger has different stripes, spots.
Yeah.
I mean, billions of animals and bugs and stuff, and they're all different. They have an identification. Everything's about life is about identification. A number, a print. Who's this guy? What bloodline he comes from? Even from insects, bugs, everything.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.